Let me pull up and see what y'all kind of questions y'all got anyway. Let me go here and go here and see if anybody has sent any.
Are you American anything or Indian name? Yeah, you better get that right. I hate when people say they're Indian and they You're Native American, bro. It's not Indian, bro.
Oh yeah, there's 6B. Yeah, we got questions. I hate this book. Oh, there they are. I didn't know I had a. I didn't know I had a. Oh, please. There we go. All right. Glad y'all did the homework. Some of y'all did. All right, here we go. 5C, 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 6A. Okay. First one is 5C 15/1. 5C 15 in the book and number 1 online. I have no idea what kind of questions this book asks, so if I don't like them, we're not going to do them.
Like all the questions online, they're like all these work comps, nothing like what we did. Like,
Well, don't worry, your test is going to be like what we did.
what we did, okay.
Yeah. Yep. 5C, number 1. It's been a while, I mean, since this one was sent, so, but it's a good review. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy to the clipboard, and I'm going to pull it up on Excel. And you don't have to do this. This is just something I do. Control V. And first thing you do is put in what? Put in order. And then count, I don't know, A's. How many we got? 4. B's. 7. C's. C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. D is 3. And failures, 2. All right, I think they're going to ask for the relative frequency, which means a percentage, and then the cumulative frequency, which means add them up. So what's n? Well, add up the x's, you get n, and that's what? 4 out of 24. Well, we could do this. Equals this divided by this, F4, and copy that down, and there is your relative frequencies. If you want to change it to percentage, just hit the percentage sign. There's your percentages. Cumulative, what's the first one? 4, and then what's 4 plus 7? 11. 11 plus 8, 19 plus 3, 22 last time I checked. 22 plus 2, and that should equal that. And that's how you do the relative and the cumulative frequency. Can that be a question on the test? Yeah, because it's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. We'll go over these questions and then I'll show you what your test is going to look like. I hope I can load it. I don't know if I can load a Math 120 test into the Math 103, but I'm going to try to. Alrighty. So we go to our handy dandy question. And this, and okay. And it says round to the nearest tenth. Great. So change it to decimal. Okay, format cells number. There. Alright, so that's 16.7. This is 7 and 29.2. Okay. Why isn't it working? 29.2. Cumulative is 11. I hate this book. I really do hate this book. You gotta hit check answer on everything before you. 8, 33.3, and 19. Check answer. And D is 3, and 12.5, and 22. I'm not going to put this question on the test. Take you half a day to dadgum 8.3, type in the answers. 24. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out there. Now what's, oh gosh. 24, and the cumulative frequency, I don't know what that is. It should, what, 20, 40, 60, 70, what's it come out to be? It's what?
24.
Okay. I think you get, okay. That is a stupid question. Alright. Next one. It's not a stupid question that y'all asked. It's just a stupid question. I don't like the book. Alright. 5C 25/5. 5C 25/5. Okay. See why I don't like this book? That's ridiculous. There's no reason to have that many in a use 4-point bins. Okay. 4-point bins. Have y'all ever heard something called a bin in statistics? I've never heard that before. I've heard it called a class. I've never heard it called a bin before. Alright, here we go. And first thing you do is put them in order. There. Let's do the first bin. The first bin is 96 to 99. Well, that's going down. 92 to 95. They even got them bass backwards going. No, it's just stupid. I mean, 96 to 99. That's those, so 3. 96 to 99, 3. Next one is 92 to 95. 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one, what's the class width? Class width is 4, so the next one will be what? 88 to what? 91. 88 to 91. 4. 88 is 84. 91 is what? 87. And 84 to 87. 2. And then 80 to 83. 88 minus 4 is 84. 91 minus 4 is 87. Oh, this. Thank you. And then 80 to what? 83. 80 to 83 is 2. I think they ought to just make one of each. Might as well. 76 to 79. 1. No, they put 2 in there. All right. 76 to 79. Okay, let's finish. What is that? 5. Okay, I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to type in the answer. I'm sorry, it takes too long. Summation. There's that. So equals this guy divided by this guy, F4, locks it. And there's your percentages. I'm sorry, your, what do they call it? Relative frequency. And then 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus 2 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. 16 plus 5 is not 20. So I've got an error. Where 11 plus 2 is 13. Thank you. 13 plus 2 is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. Alright, that should be your answer. Thank you. A lot of work. Alright, you feel good on that one? Any questions on that one? Alright. 5C 29-7. 5C 29-7. Construct a pie chart for the following data set, blah, 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 blah. All right. So, 53. This is 53.4 million. Well, first thing you do is you got to add all these up for one thing. You got to get a percentage. So we go to our handy dandy Excel spreadsheet and we put them right here. And first thing I got to get is add up all the millions. And then I got to get a relative frequency of each of those. This guy divided by this guy, F4, and copy those down. There you go. Now, how do you translate that into degrees? Well, just take 38% of 360 equals this guy times 360. And hit F4 to keep the 360. Okay, it's not going to have to lock it. Okay, because it's a number. Oh, well, that's not going to do any good. There we go. And copy those down. And, of course, they should equal what? Should equal dang old 360. All right. So this is your degrees. Now, are you going to have to get a protractor out and do this? Or can you just guesstimate it? You can guesstimate it. It's not that big a deal. Hopefully this book doesn't get out of protractor. It probably does. Anyway, percentage. What'd you say? I figured it would. All right. So, if I was to draw this, I'd take my handy dandy circle maker. Everybody's got one in your pocket. And there's your circle maker. Dang old, I always start from here. I mean, you can start from wherever you'd like, but most people start from there. And how many degrees do I need to go to make the first, whatever, 53.4? I got to go 134. Well, I'll give you a hint. This right here, that right there is 100 and what? 45? Yeah, you're right, class. So 134 would be right in there. And that's good enough for government work. All right, now what? Well, 116, where does that come from? Does it come from here or does it come from here? Well, think about that. If this is 134 and 116 is right in here, are you going to cut half of that off? No, you're not. So it's from here. So you take your handy dandy line maker and you ask yourself, what is that right there from that line? What is that? That's 90, and you want what? Well, that's about 100 right in there. Okay? Then you take your handy dandy line maker and you start from here. And of course that's 0. You need 49 degrees. Well, you know this is what? What is that right there? 90. So half would be 45. So right in there. And then you only need this one now. So you take your handy dandy marker. You know that this is 0. This is 90. What do you need? 30. So that's 45. So right in there. And then your last one comes out to be 27. Now see, this one's a little bit bigger. So you just delete that last one. And then just split whatever's left. There. Now which one's bigger, the 32 or the 27? So make the last one a little bit smaller. There. It's close enough for government work. So, go back to the question. Which one looks like mine? Well, let's take out our process of elimination pen. All right. We know that this first one is how many percent? Let's go back to our first one is how many percent? 37% or 38%. %. 10. Okay, I can take my pen out and I can take out this one. 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 Why? First one is 38% or 37%, whatever it came out to be. So you know it's between F and D. So B is 32, C is 14. Okay, so the readouts are the same. So it's not the readouts that are messed up. It's the graph. So which one looks like ours? D. This one does not look like ours. So dang on, if you need to, they will take no, forget it. I was gonna try to forget it. Dang. Y'all see what I'm trying to do, okay? All right, so there's that. Just like that right there. Now that's a question that could be on the test because that one does make a little bit of sense. All right, this one is 6.8 or 6A 19/4. 6A 19/4. Find the mean and the median of these weights. Which of any of the, I don't know. I'm just going to find the mean and median. I don't know what they're going to ask. Probably what's their address. First thing you do is put them in order. I don't know if they're in order, so I'm just going to make sure. There. Now let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So n is equal to 7. All right, go ahead and find everything. Mean, median, range, all that stuff. Find it. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put mean, median, mode, range, mid-range, variance, and standard deviation. So the mean is equal to the sum of all these guys divided by what? N. That's that number. Median. Well, N is 7, so that means this is an easy one. What's the median? Dang all that number, Hubert. Thank you, class. Appreciate the interaction this morning. Y'all suck. All right. Any modes? So you put 0, right? Put NA or ain't there. Range. Dang old highest minus your what? Did I hit my button? On the video? I did. Danny, you let me down. All right. MR, mid-range. R, degree. Some people come to school to get an MR or MS degree. Whatever. Equals, parentheses. Some people will take a few minutes to get that. Miss Black, did you get it?
I got it.
Okay. Did she?
Oh, yeah.
You are kidding.
Oh, no, that's it.
Variance. Well, if you think about it, it's the best place to look for one. That or church, one of the two. At least church. Well, church, at least you get somebody that's got, No, forget it. Just forget it. Because you got some weirdos in church too. Alright, so let's take the variance. We're going to have to equals this guy minus that guy. What do we do if we use Excel? What do we do to the mean? Lock it F4 and copy down, and equals this guy raised to the second power, and copy that down. And then what do we do? Add it up. Thank you. Somebody actually paying attention. Thank you. Makes me feel better. And then equals this guy divided by parentheses that minus 1. And then what do we do to get the standard deviation from the variance? Raise it to the 0.5 power. And now we draw our standard deviation, our normal distribution, just so we'll have it. I don't know if they're going to ask, but we're going to have it. That's so mean. Alright, now let's go back and see what the question's asking. Because I have no idea what it's asking. Hold on. Alright, our mean is 0.8, which says find the mean, round to 5 decimal, 81237. So that's right. 8162 is our median. What does that mean? What can you tell me about the data? It's pretty tight, isn't it? In other words, there's not a lot of slop in it. There's not a lot of variance. Okay, I don't remember, what does this say? Hold on. Which, if any, of these weights would be considered an outlier? Select the correct choice. If necessary, fill in the box. Okay, let's look at the data. The outlier would be 0.7906 because it's the only one that doesn't start with point what? 81. So yes, it would be an outlier, but it's not really an outlier, because it's right there under 80 cents or whatever these things are. Alright, it says find the mean with the outlier excluded. Select the best choice. Alright, let's go back to our Excel spreadsheet. And let's take that one out. And I'll just put in, I'll put in 0. But I got to move this to, 6. There. Now what is the mean? Look at the mean and the median there. What are they? They're very what? Very close. Now of course you got to add these two up. But let's go ahead and do that. Equals parentheses this guy plus this guy divided by 2, Okay, 0.8163. So they're even closer. The median without the outliers 0.8163, and the mean, okay, 0.816. Okay, so that's it. Basically, you take it out. But if you take out one number, you have to change what? If you take out one number, not only do you take that number out, but you have to change what? N, because that's used in your calculations. Capiche? All right. Next question. What?
Like, Tri-County closed after 2:30 today.
Tri-County is closing at 2:30?
Yeah, that's when
That don't even benefit me. Why couldn't they
Because
close
they
it at 8 a.m.?
when they were there.
Why are they closing at 2:30? We haven't even had any snow yet.
That's
That's what gets me about, okay,
I know. Like,
we
it
get
don't-
snow, we get flakes, and District 5 and Tri-County, District 5 is worse than any of the districts. District 5 and Tri-County will not call off school until there's like 15 flakes falling. But then when there's not any snow falling, they call off school and no snow is falling.
It's not supposed to start till the morning.
I know, I don't understand. Let- And News Fluffy 4 is going to have a heyday. It's going to scare everybody to death.
And why do they call it everybody right now? Because look.
Is that 646 number?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's didn't call it.
I got the
We got
call, I
flash
just went
today.
outside, I was like,
All right, let's go to the next problem.
Employees check email for detail regarding work schedule.
6B 15-4.
6B is frustrating.
This book is frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
This one's, I still hadn't got it.
Oh my
Because you get
God,
one
yes.
thing wrong and you
Yeah,
have to read it
you
all
have to
thing.
do the
I
whole
got so
freaking thing
frustrated.
again. You have to do like 3 times. I
I
still
get
didn't
it.
get it all the way.
Well, I didn't assign these, so I'm sorry.
We just get all.
the first 5 are easy, and then once it gets to the bottom, it gets tough.
I'm getting
Oh,
this.
guys, freaked it out.
Okay, all right, let's work it and see what happens. The table to the right gives blah, 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 blah. So they're doing two, are they doing them all together? Or are they?
You do East Coast and then Midwest separate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Copy table. What do you got to find? The mean and the what?
Oh, you
Everything? So we'll just go over here. I'll do it, but I ain't gonna type it in because well, y'all sound
Well,
is
it's like
kind
I put
of.
standard deviation, and then when I put it in, it kept saying it was wrong, and I was like, it's not wrong. So I felt like I was doing it right, and then it was like one decimal off, it was like one number off. And it did that like every single time. I was like, "Okay."
And we all know whose fault it was. Bush's. All right, so here we go. Let me just blow it up. All right, on this one, both of them, what is n? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So n is equal to 6. Okay, n is equal to 6. All right, so we need to put them in order. So highlight this area right here and put in order. What? Okay, I'm sorry. Here we go. Make sure you expand the selection so it'll keep the letter with it. Okay, so let's go over here. Mean, median, mode, range, mid-range. Are y'all listening? Variance, standard deviation. So the mean, summation, all of these guys divided by this guy. Median. Well, each is 6, so we got to take these two. So equals parentheses this guy plus this guy divided by 2. I'm not going to worry about the mode. Y'all can worry about that. This minus this equals parentheses this guy plus this guy divided by 2. And let's go ahead and equals this guy minus this guy F4 equals this guy raised to the second power and summation and that's equal to this guy divided by this minus 1 and this guy raised to the 0.5 power. That should be your information there. Now what we could do is we could move this out of the way. Copy our Control X, put it over here, Control V, copy all this, Control C, Control V, and then all we have to do is take this information and what? Copy it, Hubert. That's right, class. And it didn't do it right. Oh, I know why. Hold on. Still didn't do it right. Oh well. I thought for some reason this new... You used to be able to do that in Excel, but now you can't. I don't know why, so you gotta go through and do it all over again. Dang Bush. It's always his fault. I know. He's a loser. Whenever you fail at something or can't do something or just suck, blame Bush. Range is equal to this guy minus this guy. Mid-range is equal to this guy plus this guy divided by 2. Alright, tell me what the data, well, what does the data tell you? Well, pretty much, what are these things anyway? What are these measurements of? Anybody read the question? Table to the right gives the cost of living index. Alright, it's the cost of living index. So tell me what You tell me what the cost of living index in the East Coast and the Midwest. What's the difference? Cost of the East Coast is higher. What about the? Why is my standard deviation? Oh, I haven't calculated it. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just losing my mind. I thought I calculated it. Did I not calculate it before? I thought I did. Bush is really on the ball this morning. There we go. There. So let's just do this. Let's go over here. Okay, let's don't. Equals this guy. Equals this guy plus this guy. I'm just losing it. Equals this guy plus this guy. Equals this guy plus this guy. Equals this guy minus this guy. Equals this guy minus this guy. So, I'll do this because I don't like looking at all those paper numbers. I'd get mad and leave too. There. Cost of living index is 158 on the East Coast and 116 on the West Coast, on the whatever, the Midwest. What about the variance? Or what about how valid the numbers are? Look at the mean and the median of the first set and the mean and the median of the second set. What's 158 minus 31? 131. Which one has a little bit more variance? What? The East Coast has a little bit more variance. So that means that the West Coast or the whatever, Midwest, is a little bit tighter data. Even though the higher cost of living is on the East Coast. Why do you think that is? Huh?
More people.
No, New York, Washington, D.C. have a higher cost of living than South Carolina, and because we're racist, dumb Southerners. But they have a higher cost of living up there. All right? Why do you think everybody retires and comes down south? It's cheaper. All right? So that's why the East Coast has a higher cost of living than the Midwest. Now, I don't know what they're going to ask. They're probably going to ask, what's Mickey Mouse's telephone number or something. What's the question asked? Where's the question? It disappeared on me. There it is. All right, I'm just going to look at my numbers and look at these numbers. I have no idea what. There's my numbers. The mean for the East Coast is 157.67. The median for the East Coast is 134.4, whatever. The range is 210. The mean for the Midwest is 115. The median for the Midwest is 95.2. All right, what's the problem?
Keep going
Okay.
down.
It's 27.3.
That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. Now you know why I don't use the book. The range is 140. I'm sorry, I thought there. The range for the second batch is 140. Okay, we got to do the 5-number summary. Really? 5-number summary on 6 numbers. We got 6 numbers, right? And they want a 5-number summary. See, now that's ridiculous. We should quit. 5-number summary on 6 numbers. Here we go. The min is 104. The max is 314. The first quartile, or I'm just going to put 25th, 50th, and 75th. All right, there's 6, right? So this one, the median is going to be what? Or the 50th percentile is going to be what? Median, that's right, class. So these two, that number right here, 131.4, where is it? It's right here, isn't it? Right where that cross is. Now, how many numbers are above that cross? So what's the median of those 3? So you dang old highlight that one, dang old. And that's equal to that one. And then how many numbers are above this cross right here? 3. So your third quartile is that number right there. That's why I think this is silly. 5-number summary on 6 numbers is silly. There you go. There's your 5-number summary. Try that again. Check it there too also. I wouldn't do this one, no. What else does it ask? Alright, let's check to see if I got it right. 104, 123.5, 131.4, 141.4, and 314.2. We got that right. Okay, that's why. Evidently, this is 0.8. They must be using the other, and that's fine. I'll be lenient on that question. What they're probably doing is this. For the first quartile, they're saying what? 25 times how many? 6 divided by what? Or 0.25. So 0.25 times 6 equals parentheses 0.25 times 6 divided by what? 100. And did I do that right? Isn't it Kn over 100, right? Or Kn over, yeah, Kn over 100. Maybe it's supposed to be 25, not 0.25. Hold on, let me redo that. Not 0.25, it's 25. There we go. All right, and did we get a decimal? What do you get if you? What do you do if you get a decimal? You round up to 2, and that's the number you pick. Well, we did that. 123.5. So let's do the 50th percentile, and that's going to equal parentheses Control C, Control V. Let's do this instead of that. Let's do this. There we go. That can't be right. Oh, I know what it's doing. Alright, hold on. I'll be with you in just a minute. Let's see, that's equal to this guy multiplied by C1. I need to hit F4 on C1 and hit enter. There we go. And then just copy this down. There. Why did it do 26? There. And what am I supposed to do there? Count to the what number? 1, 2, 3. But you're supposed to take these two numbers and do what? What does the flow chart say? Take these two numbers and add them together and divide by 2. So that would be that number. And then the 75th percentile. Control C, Control V. How many numbers do I count to get the 75th percentile? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't know what they're doing. You get the same number. Oh, the right answer is 123.5. I got the right answer. The right answer is 123.5. The little red thing says that whoever did this problem, they put in 123.7. I don't know how you got 123.7 because I couldn't get 123.7. You might have a number wrong in your data. Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, for the box plot, I think they went a little bit overboard putting all into one problem. Alright, let's do, what's the min? The min is equal to 104. The max is equal to 314. And then the mid-range is equal to what? 209. And then you just have to find the mid-range of the mid-range. I'll tell you what, let me change this. Control C, Control X, Control V, Control X, Control V. And what's the mid-range here? Well, that's equal parentheses this guy plus this guy divided by 2, and this is equal to parentheses this guy plus this guy divided by 2. And then you got your number line. Now you just need to put your 123. So I'll take my handy dandy pencil and I'm going to draw at 123, which will be down here, 4 to 56. Let's see, what is that, 52? Half of 52 or half of 50 is what, 25? So halfway between here would be 125 right there. And then 131 or 141 would be right in here. And then 131 would be right in here. So what does this tell you about your distribution? Skewed what? Skewed right. Because all your data is over here, or most of your data is over here with maybe an outlier over here. What about this one? Well, let's do this one. I wonder if I can copy this one. Oh, please tell me that's right. It is. What does this one look like? Well, 92. 92 would be right down here. And 95. Good gracious. It's right down here. And 96. It's way, it's like this. There's your box right there. So this shows you that what? Looks something like that. So let's go back to our handy dandy question. It looks like one of these. Looks like this one. Of course, you got to blow it up to see it. Why is it not this one? They don't have ends on it. That's it. Something simple. Doesn't have ends on it. So this one is not the answer because it doesn't have a mark right there and a mark right there. Oh my gosh, I'm not doing that question. We're not doing that question. I've shown you everything you need to know. That's just a laborious question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to do that.
At the end, it's got these word forms that I'm not using.
We're not doing that. Forget it. We're not doing that problem. Let's go to another problem. Oh, we done logged out. What time is it? It's got 5 minutes? Oh gosh, and people will knock down the door. All right, we'll continue the review Wednesday. All right.